welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, I've got to get something out of my system. I've been trying really hard to make good Cruel Celebrant decks, and I have some nifty combo ones that just don't work too often, and a part of me keeps saying I have to see what's up with vampires now that we have Cruel Celebrant and Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, so that's what I'm doing. I'm also running Venerated Loxodon in the deck because I think it's better than a card like Radiant Destiny or Vanquisher's Banner since it comes with a 4/4 body. Conclave Tribunal's been an upgrade for vampires since printed. It's just been shining in other decks, but a good removal spell that you can convoke out. A whole bunch of 1-drop vampires. I'm not running a bunch of what you might call some of the more funsy vampire cards. Twilight Prophet comes to mind as one that people want me to run, but it's too slow for this deck. Same with Sanctum Seeker, but Sorin, the Vengeful Bloodlord, can minus to get back cards like Cruel Celebrant or Legion Lieutenant to help you push those extra damage. And of course, 3 Pride of the Conquerors provides an absolute beating. Another card I'm not running is Champion of Dusk. Paying the life and drawing the cards, this seems like it should be a good card, but honestly, not so much. I can't get into this card. Every time I play it, it seems like I'm falling behind on the battlefield or not doing enough. Whereas if you're ahead and you're playing it to bury the opponent, you're pretty far ahead anyway. Why not just have a Loxodon, pump your team, and be able to play the Loxodon 2 turns earlier? That's what I say. Other fun cards like Elendra, Vona, Call the Feast, all those are a different vampire deck that quite honestly is probably too slow for modern Magic. It's just kind of a dirtily value engine and not really what you can do anymore when you just have to get them dead. So similar to White Aggro, we're playing 16 1-drops, the Cruel Celebrants and the Legion's Lieutenants help push more damage. Pride of the Conquerors goes over the top. Loxodon's a pump, and Sorin helps make sure that our Lieutenants and Cruel Celebrants stay on the battlefield when we need them. You can also provide a little bit of reach. Pinking the opponent for 1 in the face for lethal can be a lot of fun. Alright, let's go play some games. Our opening hand has land and vampires. Yay! It's good. Let's do it. Let's see what vampires do in Mythic these days. As long as the card Cry of the Canarium is in the format, we've got a problem, but it's been a little bit on the decline. And it's always Llanowar Elf on turn 1, right? Yeah. 100% of the time. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Let's get our Sky Marcher down. Jadelight Ranger. Kroll Harpooner. That's not good. Yeah, there's a Sky Marcher on the battlefield. Wow, you binned it. You must really need this land. Okay. And if our opponent had another Harpooner, I think they would have played it there. So let's get a Celebrant down, then next turn we can Loxodon. Our opponent in red-green probably doesn't have Exile removal or Cry of the Canarium or anything like that, which can make these Celebrants a big deal if we get the time. Okay, what do I know? The opponent just has another Harpooner ready. Pro Magician, 100%. Alright, no blocks. And let's see here. Having a 2/3 with Celebrant to block is interesting. But if this dies, we just have nothing. So let's enter tapped and get our other Celebrant out. We're going to take a lot of damage, and then hopefully we'll get to untap, play a Loxodon, go over the top of them a bit. It would be really great if we also drew a land so that we could play Legion Lieutenant and Loxodon. Opponent's just showing off all of their critters. Down to 12. And passing turn. Okay. So here's you. Here's you. And it will be the largest thing on the board. Curious to see if the opponent can trump it. They played pretty conservatively last turn considering all the mana they have available. There's got to be some bigger things, some bigger threats up their sleeve. And they're passing it back to me again. I'm starting to think they just stalled out. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to leave one Loxodon available for blocking, and then have the other Loxodon come down so that together they're both bigger than this board, and they increase the size of everything else. And then next turn we drop a Sorin, and we're in really good shape. At least that's the plan. Nullhide Ferox. Wow. Alright. What else you got? Another Harpooner. Will this one fight the Sky Marcher? Looks like it. Three Harpooner draw. Alright. Well, it's gonna be like that. But here's some Celebrant triggers. Start picking on the opponent. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage on the battlefield if these creatures were to die. Pel Collector's thinking about getting in there, but decides not to. Let's drop a Sorin. Let's minus the Sorin and get back the Sky Marcher Aspirant. We have lifelink with our creatures, but running them into the Nullhide is not my idea of a good time. Off the top, the opponent draws a spell. Oh boy, so they have to activate their Nullhide. What is it? It's a Domri.
You call it anarchy. For me, it's just another day.
Domri is a big boost. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage on the battlefield if the Celebrants die at the same time as everything else. Okay. It's kind of an odd play, I'd say, when the opponent could have used the Ferox to just eat it, but instead the opponent wants to grow their Pelt Collector, I guess? I find that very strange, especially giving up your reach creature. So now I can attack with my Sky Marcher. And my Sky Marcher can kill the Domri. Yeah, that had to be a mistake. I'm just going to go face, though. I don't think the Domri's bonus is that important right now. Alright, another Aspirant. Leaning into the flying theme. And let's get another one back. And wow, despite having access to 3 Harpooners in the game, it looks like we're probably going to power over the top of them. Alright, opponent has Growth Chamber Guardian. They can use that to go get more crab people. But I'm gearing up for a massive assault. Because I don't think the opponent can live. Killing my stuff is just going to take them down even lower. We got 8 power in the air right now. And then everything that dies is 2 drains from the Celebrant. Legion's Landing, why not? Alright, team. Crush the face. Get him. The opponent would have to somehow absorb all the damage from the ground creatures without any of my creatures dying. I don't think that's reasonable. Their creatures are definitely big enough that some of them will trade. The Domri's not helping matters. And all of our stuff has lifelink. Alright. Lethal. If the blocks stay as they are, it's lethal. The opponent might just want to see a trigger stack. I can't blame him. Triggers are fun. Damage. Drop them to 1. We go to 47. Let's resolve this. Please hit resolve all. Actually, as long as 1 resolves, it's over. And I guess they conceded with that on the stack as we get the classic anticlimactic reconnect thing along with the hissing sound. Restart your client to get rid of that, folks. Yep, vampires. We got a hand with some vampires in it. Let's see. I actually like leading with the Conquistador. Even if the opponent plays like something that would trade with the Sky Marcher, Conquistador can usually get 2 points in. It's usually one of the best cards to lead with if you have the choice. Morghoul? Interesting. Let's get busy out here. All the ways to deal 2 damage to the opponent with 1 mana cards. Let's play them. Also, we're now shell-shocked from Kroll Harpooner, so the Sky Marcher can come down later. Harpooner would be good against the Conquistadors. Oh, whiff, whiff, whiff. Hit a land, hit a land, hit a land. Nice. So now it still trades with our other creatures. Ooh, Mavrin Vane. Is that the right play? I think so. Alright, we're well ahead on the field. We're launching a lot of damage at our opponent right away. We don't have a Cruel Celebrant, and we don't have a Lord, something to make it bigger. That's my main concern right now, is can we find some reach to do the last few points if the opponent plays some giant creature or deals with our board. Domri's Ambush, that's a good one. That will pump the Branchwalker. And there's a Celebrant. On 7, so the Sky Marcher could fly next turn. We could also play a Duskborn Sky Marcher so we can keep attacking with our creatures next turn. It's not as mana efficient, but I think it's the right play. Let's see if our opponent wants to trade with the Sky Marcher, though. But these are my other plays. And the opponent says yes? No. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. You can come down. And you can come down. The unclaimed territory sometimes gets used. It gets used better than it used to. Let's put it that way. Here's Spellbreaker. Rule decks becoming a bit of a rage. They're good at attacking the Planeswalker decks, and that's a big game right now. Black, white. All right. And the opponent will scoop that up right away. They're going to 6, they're going to 4, and the 2 things they block take them to 2, and then it's lethal. So that's just a lethal attack right away from the Vampire. Team Vampire. I don't like missing the black, and I don't like missing a Lord. Like, this hand isn't actually very good. So I've got to mulligan that away. At least this time we can play the Legion Lieutenant. We'll keeps. And there's another Vampire on top. I suppose that can go with the Loxodon. So we can go Sky Marcher into Lieutenant into... If we draw a land, great. If we don't, we have a play. I guess that's the most important thing. Alright, let's get it going. Watery Grave, shock yourself. Duress you. Alright, well, it takes the worst card in our hand in the Conclave Tribunal, which is 2 reactive. Let's go, Lieutenant. Lead the way. I'm ready for my Thought Erasure. At least we'll beat the opponent up while we do it. Hopefully they have to shock again. That would be pretty great. Oh, no! Oh my goodness. Well, it's not a Thought Erasure. Alright. Sky Marcher has to go. Lieutenant stays. Double Lieutenant. Why not? Keep hitting that life total. They're already at 10. Frickin' Grixis. Alright. This would be a great spot for a Cruel Celebrant. The opponent would go so low if they killed my stuff. Let's see if they can find a sweeper. They do have Cry of the Canarium, but both of our creatures are too big. Oh my goodness. Wishes being fulfilled here on the CGB show. Face only. This is all about getting the opponent to 0. And right now, Cry won't save them.
Meditate and prepare.
So how will they get out of this? If they kill a creature, they go down to 2, and that's game. That's just game. Holy smokes. Nice quick video today of vampires wrecking some people as I have to get going. I really did fire it up, go 3-0 that fast, and then call it. I'm not actually cutting any games out of this. It's kind of bizarre. But I do want to take some time to say that if you enjoyed the video or if you've enjoyed my work, remember to hit the subscribe button. Over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed, so please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you can hear about new videos. Some other things going on with the channel. If you join, there's a little red join button, should be right under where this is playing. For $4.99 a month, my members get early access to special content. I just made a guide to mono red aggro. I know, nothing too mind-blowing there as far as jank or brews, but the idea was to give the players who want to get competitive and compete on ladder a great overview guide of the most popular decks, and I'll be doing future ones on other very successful decks. And those will be available for 7 days to members only, and then made available to everybody else. So some benefits. Another way to get access to them is through Patreon. If you want to subscribe on Patreon, you also get access to those videos right away. You can check out the link to that in the description. Also, you can use the promo code CGB at flipsidegaming.com for all of your paper magic cards and supplies. You can go to flipsidegaming.com, use the promo code CGB to save yourself 10%, and it supports the channel at the same time. Finally, please check out hauntedflower.com. It's the website I own. It's my full-time job. Content creation is only my part-time job. There you can shop for thousands of t-shirt designs and all kinds of awesome, officially licensed, legally made apparel. And there's even Magic the Gathering products there now, which makes me very, very happy. You can use the promo code CGB at hauntedflower.com to save 10%. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.